Gemini, welcome to your Moving On reading. For those of you who are new to the channel, Moving On is exactly what it sounds like. It's a reading I provide every couple of months with the idea of moving on, moving forward, making progress, the opposite of stuck, right? We all get stuck from time to time in a thought, a belief, a feeling, a practiced habit, how we find ourselves in situations, places, people, things, circumstances, whatever. The point is, we're looking at ourselves and our contribution to it or lack thereof. We understand we're in a certain place and we don't want to be there, but we don't know how to move forward. We're just waking up to the idea. Some folks, they show me huge advancements and getting unstuck from something. Most people fall somewhere in between. All that being said, moving on is not everyone's cup of tea. It can be very confrontational, okay, for the reasons I pretty much addressed. Because moving on isn't really going about like this, them, that, they, and the other. It's about this, ourselves. So, if at any time you find yourself becoming extremely upset, frustrated, pause it, watch it later, don't watch it at all. All tarot is at will. YouTube is at will. You don't have to watch. Just because it says Gemini in the title doesn't mean it's for you. You may not resonate with it at all. That might be one of the reasons why you're becoming upset, is like it's supposed to fit. Well, it doesn't always, nor should it. I have people who watch tarot every week, and they're like, but this week and last week, those are two different readings, honey. You're not supposed to resonate with every single one of them, 100%. That means you're not living life. You want tarot to dictate life for you. That's not how it works. You tell me what's going on, right? So there's that. Check your other placements. The other reason you might be upset is because it does resonate and you don't want it to, and it's uncomfortable. Pause it, watch it later, like I said, or don't at all. It's cool. All right? There you go. I have to put all that in the up front. A lot of people are like, oh, I can handle anything. Well, maybe one day, but not always. Sometimes things just hit different, you know? What's going on? Real tarot should challenge us and it should make us a little uncomfortable. Because real tarot requires a hard lens, not a soft lens. Okay? What's going on, please? Show me Gemini. Show me Gemini. Show me Gemini. Show me Gemini, please. Show me Gemini. Show me Gemini. I will go ahead and tell you right now, I've started and stopped reading about 4 times prior to this. About 20 minutes before I called it quits. I'm going to say this to you one time and one time only. The answer is yes. The Gemini I'm looking at, or was looking at, you already know. And you didn't want to accept it. And that kind of moving on reading didn't help anybody. But I have to admit, I'm at that point now. They're going to stay as they lay. But the answer was yes. All 4 times. Okay. Queen of Cups. Temperance. Healing the heart space. Okay. 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 Feelings we need to confront. Knight of Wands. The hidden energies. The Hermit. Strengths. Ace of Wands. Beautiful. 6 of Pentacles. Lessons you must learn. Outcome. 2 of Cups. This is beautiful. And very, 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 very different compared to the prior 4 I did. Okay. This has beautiful progress written all over it. It's beautiful mapping. Yes, I will see difficulty. Yes, I will see strife. This is beautiful. You have made a lot of strides already in forward momentum. Okay. Let's see that Queen of Cups. Beautiful heart space here. Right there in the split too. Okay. Oh. Well, the Knight of Wands just fell off the table there. Okay. Feelings we need to confront. Ooh. Okay. We'll get there. Something to do with the passion. All right. Show me that Queen of Cups, please. Show me that Queen of Cups. Show me that Queen of Cups. Oh, good Lord. Do I hear a buzzing? Oh, it's a loud one, too. Oh, are you a bee? Little note about bees. Even though I did just that, I stopped as soon as I saw what it was. Don't actually ever actively swat one, because that's an invitation to fight. So just let it pass. Okay? Let it pass. Don't do that. Just force your nerves to stay in one spot. The Devil. 3 of Wands. The 8 of Pentacles. Okay. So, your heart space has been working through a desire, a strong one, but you've recognized the fact that it may not necessarily be the healthiest of desires. Your heart space has been working through this meticulously quite a bit and over a long period of time. There was something here that used to pull on your heart, and it probably felt a little too strong, a little too toxic. It could be anything, guys, from codependency to this outstanding need that I have to have this. And it came from the heart, so I know it was a strong emotional attachment, but that doesn't necessarily mean, again, that it was correct for you. You have been working through this. It feels like emotional dependency. There's something here for which you don't want to be emotionally dependent on. You recognized it as being a problem. You recognized it as being a problem, and that you have been trying to work through it ever since. I do believe that you are trying to claim more of a heart space for you that's independent of whatever the heck this is. But that's really meticulous. That's really methodical. And you've been working on this. You've been working through this, trying to give something up that you had a strong emotional attachment to, an emotional addiction to, or I have to have this in order to survive. And we know that's not true. You know, you've been working through this. Temperance. We still have more work to do, but you're getting through it. Okay. That's amazing. Show me this temperance, please. Show me this temperance. I don't know what it is. I don't pretend to. You might give me more of a clue. Show me this temperance, please. Show me this temperance. The Magician, Justice, the Ace of Cups. Okay, 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 okay. That's amazing. Wow. Wow, that's a lot of progress just in these first cards. That's very impressive and miles different from the Gemini I was looking at earlier. So I'm kind of glad I changed the dial because that was bumming me out, man. All right, Temperance, the Magician, Justice, the Ace of Cups. Wow. Wow. From a good place within you. I don't know how much, this is wild to me, because I don't know how much you know this, but you have been making massive progress, and you may not even be aware of it. Your heart's been trying to disentangle from something for a long time. A long time. And I think it's one of those emotional dependency type things. You got to deal with that Queen of Cups. That means it means, well, I want to love this, and I want to hold on to it with all my heart, but something about it you recognize as not being healthy, and you've been trying to distance yourself from it for a long time. The Three of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles. So that's the first time, or one of the few times, I see the Three of Wands in a good position. It's taken me a while to get here, but through consistent work at the Eight of Pentacles, I have managed to emotionally detach from something that probably I kept telling myself I needed. Not so much. I don't actually need it, as it turns out. Yeah, that's typically the whole point. The devil's invested in keeping us in doing the opposite of what we're supposed to do. And you're like, I have to have this in my life. I have to have this in my life. I have to have this in my life. Maybe that's not true. And you've been working on that construct for a while, trying to free yourself from emotional attachments. That again, it's like, I have to have it or they have to have me, and you've been working through that. Emotional dependency or codependency. And a Temperance there, it's like, yeah, on the sideways, I still have more work to do. But you are summoning for yourself a healthy heart that's correct and justified and balanced. The Magician, Justice, the Ace of Cups, that's beautiful. It's a work in progress, but you've made a lot of advancements. The Gemini I'm looking at. No more false emotional dependencies. I want the real deal. Right? And you are pulling this in, so let's make that clear. You're doing good work. But at this rate, when it's time for it to come through for you, I want you to be in a position to fully accept it. Right? And if you are really done, or trying to be done with, because this is a work in progress, it's still under progress. Let's make that clear. But if you're the Gemini I'm looking at and you complete this work, by the time this arrives, you'll be in a position to accept it. This is healthy, balanced love that's right for me. And I know that. I can feel it from the inside out, and thus it's my reality. That's what you're trying to do. That's coming to you in time. Like I said, it's currently in a work in progress. But you have made some really, really strong insights, understanding, and practices around no false emotional attachments or emotional dependencies. I'm too old for this. This is ridiculous. People and hearts are not safety blankets. I shouldn't have to hold on to something to feel loved, right? It's kind of like you're saying, if it's love, it's love. Goodness. Opening the doors and things in the house, just like that. We have this lovely warm weather, even in Texas, so the bees are still active and things like that. So I know that can be annoying, trust me, but I know what it's trying to do is trying to get outside again. So, poor bee. Poor bee. All right, let me do Gemini's reading. I'll see if I can help you out. I don't like seeing anything suffer. I don't. It wants to go outside. It's not trying to attack me or anything. I'm not threatened by a bee, guys. You know, once I had a wasp, I think, hover right around here in my head. Let me just sit still. Don't move. It'll go away. Once it figures out you're not food, it goes away. You're not a threat. It goes away. Just stay still. You'll be fine. So yeah, anyway. That's amazing. I want you to be ready by the time that that heart space is presented to you and it's balanced and it's spiritually correct for you. You won't have any false pretenses of false connections and false emotional heart spaces. I want you to be able to accept that. Something's here in time. You've made lots of progress. I'm happy to see this for you. Not too many folks have been showing me this level of progress. I don't know how long it's going to take you to complete that particular heart project. But keep on. Keep on. Some of you are really working through emotional dependency issues. I'm so proud of you. That's really good. That's one of the hardest things to work through. Poor emotional constructs. I don't know why I'm attached to this, but I always told myself I kind of had to be. Or that I had to keep it. Or it's all I had. It's bullshit. Let's see that Knight of Wands. Feelings we need to confront. Feelings we need to confront. Some of this Knight of Wands. Some of this Knight of Wands. This is beautiful. You're so close to having what looks like a liberated heart. I don't know what it's been chained to. But the way you're working through it. You're going to unchain your heart. The Hanged Man. The Wheel of Fortune. The Knight of Swords. Even you're saying when the timing is right. Oh. Wow, you want this. It's not that you want it bad, you want it. You want this freedom. Wow. Wow. Even then you're like, when the timing is right, I will move. Oh, look at you go. When the timing is right, I will make a move, sir. Sis, whoever you might be, when the timing is right, I will make a move. Yeah, the feelings you need to confront is that, yeah, this is going to take time, though. It is. I don't think you understand how much. For some reason, it's not instantaneous. This is not an Instapot. This is a crockpot of activity. But your energy, Knight of Wands, is passionate. It's excited. It's enthusiastic. It's hopeful. But you're saying, I have to control all that. I have to control all that. Now is not the time to take that action. I'm not done clearing this up. But you're working. I don't know what you're freeing yourself from, my friend, but bravo. And when your heart's free, your heart will be free. And there will be no confusion between poor attachment and free attachment. Okay? True love, real love, does not ask you to stay chained to it. It would have you be free if you needed to be free. Okay? And that works both ways. So I don't know what it is that you are breaking your emotional tie to. It's in progress now. It's nowhere near done, but it will be. I hope so. Because when the universe hands you that, it's going to feel so fucking good that you can take it in the clear. In the free and clear. No bullshit attachments. Oh, to be free and clear like that. Oh. This is mine to pursue. Yes, it is. It's going to take a little bit more, I think, perhaps time than you anticipated. But once you're done, boom, your night kicks off and it just kicks off. Wow. Wow. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. Oh, this is fantastic. Wow. Show me that Hermit, please. Show me the Hermit, please, and your hidden energies. No. You're doing some upfront work, and even you recognize not all your elements are in place. That's good. That's wise of you. Delay factor. You are obviously willing to sacrifice your short term if it means long-term success. That's great. I always applaud that. I don't get to see it very often. Good job. Let's see that Hermit, please. Let's see that Hermit. Let's see that Hermit. Let's see that Hermit. Show me that Hermit. Show me that Hermit, please. Ooh. Your reading's making me feel empowered, honey. I'm cinnamon, honey. Oh, she's gonna try to get the B. Oh no. No. Okay. Yeah, so many knights. Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands. There's that Knight of Wands. You're saying you want to accelerate your foundation. I don't think you understand to the extent. There's something about the strength of your foundation as such that has put you in a position to understand what helped got you there. Okay. There's a stronger appreciation for it now, and then how you want to see it and experience it in the future. You don't actually know, because it's hidden energies, how much this has impacted you. There's something about your environment for which you take a look around and you find yourself in it. Many parts, well, the biggest parts of you are pleased with it. But you have felt an increase, Knight of Wands, not once but twice, rise within that. You've been wanting to expand your foundation. It has a particular steady pace already attached to it. You're saying you want to give it more of your energy. You really want to immerse in it. You want all of it. You want the whole thing, but you don't quite know how to acknowledge that. Right now I see you starting with you trying to break free from an attachment that we've already discussed. What's hidden is that not only are you very resourceful, very steady hand you have right here. Steady hand, okay? You've developed a lot, and it's been moving at a particular pace for a long time. Something about that has allowed you to take a look outside your environment, see yourself in it, like I said, and it's emboldened you. It's given you fortitude, it's given you resolve. So I want you to continue on in that. There's something in your foundation here that through your direct actions has given you allowance to trust yourself more. How you see yourself in it, how you experience it, and you want to take it further. Now, this has been a very gentle unfolding. You're not fully acknowledging it. But your foundation, how much you've put into it, has healed you considerably. It's given you a good, really strong state of balance. It's given you so much to work towards for yourself personally, as well as things that are beyond you. Family, friends, continuity, community, that kind of thing. It's given you that passion, that drive, but it's been peaking and rising. And you want to see more transformation, I believe, in your foundation. You want to expand it, push it. But there's something, in order to do that, you have to free yourself of this. And this is going to be in progress until it's done. Oh? Oh, she got to be. I call her the bug hunter, Cinnamon, because she does. She takes that job very seriously. She hunts bugs outside. But every now and again she'll get one in the house, and it's like it's her personal mission to track it down and get it. Honey, did you get it? Cinnamon, did you get the bee? She's just looking at me like, what? Oh my God. Oh my God. She's too much. She is too much. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. So this is interesting. This is very interesting. You have such steady energy around you. This piece, you know. You have so many strengths and attributes I don't think you give yourself much credit for, or you're just used to it, or you take it for granted, your own sense of achievements. But it's that same level of contribution that's been allowing your confidence to grow for a while. You're very interesting, Gemini. Let's say Ace of Wands is in your strengths. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. Let's see that Ace of Wands, please. Show me that Ace of Wands, please. She seems fine. Okay. She's amazing. Cinnamon is the most amazing pet I've ever... I mean, seriously. Queen of Five of Cups. Look at that. Look at that. Look at all these knights, man. Knights. I haven't seen this many knights in one setting in a long time. Action. Things are happening, baby. Things are happening. I was trying to say baby or boo-boo. I couldn't make up my mind. So trying to get out. I haven't seen this many knights in a long time. You have so much going on in front of your face. Things you are aware of, and then a lot of behind the scenes energy too. You don't even know how much you are preparing yourself. You have no idea how much you are gearing up for. You don't even know, honey. You don't even know. You don't even know. Your strengths, the Ace of Wands, is that Queen of Swords, Five of Cups, Knight of Cups. You're saying whatever sadness I felt is done. It's over. I'm done. I'm done. I don't know what that means to you, but you're saying you're kind of done carrying the guilt and you're kind of done carrying regret. I'm not trying to live life like that anymore. That's what you've been working through, isn't it? That's what you've been working through. There's something about this Devil, Queen of Cups situation for which you have been methodically working through and looking back retrospectively as it indicates with the Three of Wands. It's distant from you, but it's still active at the same time. You're trying to find yourself separated from it because you're saying that's not who you are. It's a symptom. Oh! You're saying it's a symptom of something larger. Well, these things typically are. When we find ourselves in emotional codependency and emotional fear regimens that happen over and over again, fear-based patterns, particularly as it relates to the heart space, it almost always has to do with a sense of unresolved pain and guilt and regret, so we end up perpetuating the same problems over and over again. You're saying you're done with that. You're saying that there's a lot of elements about you that are good and they're righteous and they're in place and you wouldn't change them for the world. But you're starting to see your place in it differently. That you're not a bad guy, you're not a bad character, you never were. That anything that represents that sadness, poor emotional attachments, poor emotional behavior patterns, you're saying that was a symptom of something else. You're probably correct. More often than not, that's typically the case. And you have been addressing it for some time. I don't know how long. Long enough for you to show me progress, not so much that you feel that you're done with it. But I will say this, you are manifesting simultaneously while you're working through these issues. Because when that thing, this Ace of Cups, the best representation of a balanced heart, hits you, I want you to be able to go like this, not like this. Okay? That's what I believe ultimately you're preparing for and why I'm seeing so much work on your behalf. And there's also behind the scenes energy. You are showing me phenomenal amounts of movement, intention, learning, strengthening, fortitude, direction, because you are gearing up towards something, but you need to get this idea of whatever this is, it's not who I am. It was a symptom of something else. Yes. And I see that over here in your strengths, and you're seeing that now. It's like, I'm done apologizing. I'm tired of carrying this sorrow in my heart of mistakes, hookups, and regrets. I'm done with it. The King and Queen of Swords tend to be very adamant about that Five of Cups and how they handle it. They tend to be very, you know what? This is what happened. And I own that. But it's not who I am, and I'm not going to keep trying to live my life like that. There's so much more in me. And what is that, by the way? It's that feeling that there's more in you. And you're trying to abide by that feeling. You're trying to make it happen, and your emotions are moving in this direction where it's tired of feeling sad and guilt and burdened and weighed down. It's like, no. Whatever it is, those days are done. I'm tired of attaching myself to things out of guilt. I'm tired of maintaining things out of feeling sad for myself for these situations and then telling myself I need it. No, I don't. It's just fear. It's just fear. And it's symptoms of other things that needed to be addressed a long time ago. Well, I'm figuring it out now. Yes, you are. This is something. It is something, babe. It is something. This is something. I think the only thing you don't quite understand is that it is going to take a minute. But I will say this, when you're ready, you're ready. You've shown me knights. You're positioning yourself. That's what knights do. You're positioning yourself. Ooh! Well, this one's got some flavors on it. Let's see that Six of Pentacles. Show me that Six of Pentacles. This is wonderful. I don't know where Gemini is on your chart. It may not necessarily be your sun, but you're doing an amazing job. You are doing an amazing job, you are. Show me the Six of Pentacles, please. Lessons you must learn in order to proceed. You don't know it, but the more you engage with this behind your scenes, honey, the more you're beginning to understand your place in your own foundation. The strengths in it. And how you have new energy for it that you haven't had in a long time because you're making changes, honey. You're making changes. You're making changes. You're finding yourself excited. There you are. For reasons you can't quite articulate. But it's there. It's there. You want to bounce new beginning. You can. It's before you. They need you to understand this. There you are, the Lovers. Ace of Wands. And your strengths. I'm looking at a Gemini. You believe in new beginnings. You believe in new beginnings. You haven't had a new beginning in a long time, have you? You lost sight in your ability to have new beginnings for a while, didn't you? Because you've been too busy nursing old problems. You're going to stop nursing those old problems. Specifically, you're going to stop nursing the symptoms. Typically when things in medical world, okay, when they don't have an obvious cure, all we can really do is treat the symptoms. I think you've been treating symptoms for a long time. Emotional dependency, emotionally poor attachments, or maintaining emotional attachments that you don't care for, but you said you can't do without. Somewhere between, perhaps both. That's a symptom. And I think you've been trying to treat the symptom for a long time, but it doesn't stick, does it? No, you just end up perpetuating it, getting the same symptoms over and over again because the main issue hasn't been dealt with. Your main issue, as far as I can tell without going into too much detail, because I really can't see it, is that you have a tendency to keep yourself from believing in beginnings, and because you've been caught up in old emotional patterns that suggest guilt, sadness, loss, remorse, regret. And that's what you said, that's the real issue. You're dealing with it. Lessons you must learn. If you want to move forward to new beginnings, you have to A, love yourself, and B, know who the hell you are. And you balance all that against reality with the Six of Pentacles and you'll be fine. You really want a new beginning. And you don't want to take any of the old baggage with you, so you got to work through that damn baggage. Because some of it really does suit you. And you're beginning to feel passion and energy towards it because you're starting to see yourself differently in it. So there will be pieces that you keep and other pieces you will not. But it hasn't been obvious to you. It has not been obvious. It's beautiful. Look at that balance. Look at that. You're right there. I don't know if you have something or someone in mind. I just know that it's very much available to you. Let's see that Two of Cups, please. Let's see that Two of Cups. You might have some very strong earth in your chart. Let's see that Two of Cups, please. Ace of Pentacles, the Tower, Page of Pentacles. Whew. Wow. There's the proof of this. The work. That's the proof. There's a heart space with somebody you will be declining with in future. It will not be renewed. Someone who represents the old construct of poor emotional attachment. I have to hold on to this. I cannot let it go. At least for your side, I see you no longer participating in it. And that is the proof of your real work. You're no longer engaging in an old symptom. Congratulations. This is how I know you are trying to prepare yourself for something else. What do I say, guys? You can't do new unless you make space for new. How do you make space for new? Understanding something's not for you anymore. There is a cup here you will no longer be investing in, and you probably haven't in a long time. Not in the right ways. That's what you've been working through. This outcome should not scare you. This is proof of your work. What did you think was going to happen if you kept working through this? Which is good, by the way. It's like you're saying, I'm not sick anymore. I'm not going to put any more of my time, energy, and effort, my Ace of Pentacles or Page of Pentacles, into this Two of Cups, because I kind of realized my heart's not actually here. I kind of just told myself it was, over and over again. I would say, congratulations, you're cured. Like I said. I think you stopped trading the symptoms and you found your cure. What you needed to know to move forward in success is what you're already working on. Balance of yourself, love and respect of yourself, believing in opportunities, remembering to love yourself, remembering what your self-worth is. Because being poorly emotionally attached to a situation, place, person, or circumstance is the opposite of this. So, I'm seeing at the very end here, you're cured. You're no longer investing in something that probably wasn't shared well for a long time. No more investment. There's been, I can't say I'm surprised, you've been showing me a lot of movement, a lot of growth, a lot of decision making. Some of it was obvious, some of it wasn't. That's amazing. So, you will be moving on from this, or forward from this. There's no progress to be made in it. Declining that particular cup, my giving myself to this over and over again, is not good for me. Whatever that Two of Cups was a symptom of the old dynamic or the old paradigm. Okay. It's not who you are anymore. It has been for a long time. Oh, I'm so glad I did away with the other ones. I'm sorry. I couldn't. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. What you up to? Want to say hi to Gemini? Want to say hi to Gemini? Hey, Pumpkin. Well, you just popped up out of nowhere, literally. Are you okay after you ate the bee? Good girl. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I know. I will be. I will be with you in a moment. I'm almost done with Gemini. I promise. I promise. They got a couple more shuffles. I promise. I know, Pumpkin. Okay? Yeah. Oh. I haven't seen this one for anybody yet. So for you, it's quite perfect. Number 10. Out of the woods, you made it through. What newness is emerging? Couldn't make this up if I tried. You're out of the woods. What newness is emerging? You. That's what's emerging. 43. Rest, renew, recharge. What does your body crave and need right now? Don't neglect that. 44. Come together. We need each other. I see this actually as a challenge to that concept. Rest, renew, recharge. Rethink that. We need to come together, or we need to be together. This is getting restless. It's okay. Rest, renew, recharge. I need you to go back and think about that. We need each other. That's what we're working through. You have a beautiful heart. Make sure it goes to the right situation, person, but above all, yourself. Okay? Okay. Unleash your kindest self. Be kind to yourself throughout this process. New moon in Virgo. Trust all will be well at the rate you're going. Absolutely. Anything else here, please? A lot of Earth here today. Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. I couldn't make that up if I tried. Look at that. Literally Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Some of you might have some really strong... I said that earlier, right? Rewind it. Yes, some of you have some really strong Earth, and I can see that where the flexibility of your mind, Gemini, couple that up with some Earth, I can definitely see where you would go back and forth between this is what's real and this is what I'm kind of talking myself into, and somewhere in between the two, you're trying to find yourself. Okay. But yeah, and then, so know your worth. Exactly. That's right about here. You'll be ready for that new beginning when you know your worth and you can stand in your power and claim it as such. The Ace of Wands is attached to you twice. I saw it as your conscious strength. You desire a new beginning, and that means you have to show a certain willingness to no longer nurse old pain, regrets, or any sort of sense of guilt. It's like, you know what, I've absorbed this. I don't want to feel this anymore. And I think that's why I'm staying in this, is out of guilt or a sense of things gone wrong. That's not enough reason for me to stay, because that's devil to emotional attachment, 100%. So anyway, knowing your worth, it's all in here. But that one was great. You made it out of the woods. You're making it through. Ooh. Okay, what's up? Peaceful resolution? I know that might seem... It's visible. The reason why this is going to be hard, this particular tower, is because it's visible. It shows up in the 3D. It's not an internal tower, it's external. And it's an admission that I can no longer contribute to these Two of Cups. You and I are no longer emotionally harmonized. Perhaps we never were. Perhaps you and I were attached for all the wrong reasons. Or I kept it going out of a certain sense of I have to, or regret, or guilt. But those were symptoms. That doesn't justify the attachment. Right? That there will be peaceful resolution. So as scary as that looks, it is in the best interest. Yes. Some of you are thinking about reconsidering. I know, that's part of the process. Especially if you ask for help from others. So do be mindful that when you ask for help from others, sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes it's, are you sure that's what you want to do? I can't help but feel, and this is normal, when we make these kind of decisions, when we start confirming it in our outside world, we're going to talk to people, family, friends, people who we really have our best interest at heart. And they're not you. They're not in this situation. There's a good chance they don't understand. And there's a good chance they're going to tell you to reconsider. You, however, are the one who ultimately knows better. Don't stop. Yes, keep going. Okay? But yes, by all means, don't be an island. Run this by other people. There's still something in there for you. But if it's not your answer, if what someone else gives you is ultimately not your answer, you'll know because you'll feel it. I know what you're saying. And it might seem foolish to you or stupid, or but it doesn't work for me. That's your answer. Okay? Oh boy, Gemini honey, good job. I really mean that. I don't know when your work concludes. I really don't. Feelings you need to confront is that even you recognize, as much as you want to make changes, you have to kind of stay your hand in this. So you are willing to confront time. Okay? God, I just want to be so nosy. I want to know when this is done. I want you to have your freedom. I do. I want you to have your freedom. I want you to have your new beginning because you want it for you. You more than want it. You're doing something about it. You showed me all the nights today. You're really reconsidering how you see yourself. And it's beautiful. So it's done when it's done. But this is not failure. Look at me. This is not failure. This is proof of success. Remember how you opened up. I am working through that. I am. There's the proof of your success right there. Okay. And there's your opportunities. You best understand it. Okay. Good job. I hope this helped you for the Gemini I'm looking at. I'm giving you some really strong confirmation today of some of the things you've been going through. Those symptoms you've been waiting through for a long time. Remember, symptoms such as guilt, loss, remorse, this is not love. Okay? It's a symptom that we need to understand ourselves better. And then we can understand if something's right for us or not. Okay? That's enough. Like I said, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well.